Good evening, folks. This is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Saturday, December 2nd, 9:51 p.m. Mountain Time, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. You guys probably knew I was doing this because the KP's 0 and you were reading my mind. Heads up, KP 0, high cosmic ray flux. Major flooding after record-breaking rains hits Victoria and New South Wales. This is coming from the Watchers. The worst weather in 159 years, coming out of Daily Mail. Record-breaking storms ravage Victoria after an entire season's worth of rain fell in 24 hours. Flood waters are rising. Extreme weather in Victoria has broken century-long records over the weekend. The highest 24-hour records were smashed in the northeastern parts of the state. Eildon and Echuca broke 130-year records with over 252 millimeters of rain combined. The once-in-a-lifetime storms hit the state Friday, but conditions are now easing. An evacuation order was issued for parts of the state's northeast due to rainfall. Heads up, Victoria. Extreme weather in Victoria has broken century-long records after the state battled through 2 days of torrential rain and flooding. That guy looks super stoked. That's a really nice pattern on him. The highest 24-hour records between 9 a.m. Friday to 9 a.m. Saturday were smashed in the northeast of the state. In Eildon, a 130-year record was smashed when 129 millimeters fell on the town. That's a heads up. Cosmic ray flux records are being broken because records began being kept after major cosmic ray flux events. So the only thing that's happening is we're actually going into a period of time that has never been recorded. That's all. Rain, wind, and summer snow hit Tasmania. Summer snow hit Tasmania. This is a generally dry area in the desert, but damaging winds and snow fell in the Central Highlands. So that's good news for farmers out there. This is India. We talked about Oki the other night, and it may bring rare rain to Gujarat on the eastern coast. The reason I'm bringing this up is my friend is about to head here to get married tomorrow, and I told him that this cyclone may come up and in here, which is a very rare event. It doesn't rain up in the desert here. So heads up for flooding and damaging winds. Cosmic ray flux much? Weekend rain sets all-time record. This is coming from the Sierra Nevada region, West Coast. With only a month to go, 2017 has already hit the record books as the wettest in 111 years. Jesus. Boom! That's the KP. There it is, guys. Ha ha! Today's boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Midwest U.S. major storm to deliver snow. Usher coldest air in so far. What did we miss? Let's go back here to the West Coast. See what it says. I didn't read this. The total rainfall for November was 3.1. That tops the record here, 19.67 inches set in 1909. This is another, these records, 134 year. So the Midwest, we've been in a little bit of a Indian summer, and it is going to get cold. Here's the snow potential Monday through Monday night. This is Nebraska, Oklahoma, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. Heads up. Status of our snowpack after the mild November Indian summer, it's still mostly 100% or higher in the Northwest. And we are not going to go back into drought again up there in Northern California because the snowpack is looking good. And this is even with days in the 70s in November. 2 of them I'm looking at there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Boom. I'll leave you links to this. Will this winter see record big freeze in UK? Britain faces lengthy Arctic blast thanks to the La Nina effect. So guys, look, this is called opportunism. Either a volcano is erupting and we can blame the cold on a volcano, or let's blame it on La Nina, but let's certainly not blame it on an actual climate cycle. Strong gales are set to sweep across much of Britain next week as temperatures become milder. Good for you guys. Prolonged period of cold in the Pacific Ocean is sparking speculation that the UK will face a long freezing winter. Well, we know, based on the solar cycle, that the next 3 years are going to be long freezing winters for you, UK. Heads up. Let's look at the magma seismogram over at Agung. This was the event that we were watching live yesterday while we were doing the video. And you can see that in the last 24 hours there have been many, many significant short-term seismic events. The party is far from over here at Agung, and I'll leave you links to the seismogram and to the live stream, as per usual. Very bright fireball over Pennsylvania. Sonic boom reported. Boom! Sonic boom. A very bright fireball was seen streaking through the night sky in PA. This is my stomping ground. It's a short duration fireball, but it is kind of significant. So let's take a quick look at it. We like to look at fireballs. They're always nice to see. Center disk right when we come out of here. Boom. That's kind of nice. So right when we're coming through, there it is. Oh. Boom. And then you can come and see the close-up here. What caused the weird earthquake in Delaware that registered a 5.1, went down to 4.4, and finally ended up at a 4.1? Well, guys, historically, the last time an earthquake like this hit the region was quite a few years back. Back in 1871 here. That was shortly after the New Madrid quake. So that can be considered an aftershock from the New Madrid quake. And I believe that this can be considered a foreshock to the New Madrid quake, which is coming. Now, guys, if you don't know about John Casey and his work with The Cold Sun and Upheaval, two great books, which are scientific masterpieces when it comes to grand solar minimums, we're going to be doing a 5-part series on the book that has recently been released by John Casey, Upheaval. It'll be a 5-part Upheaval series focusing on seismicity and the grand solar minimum and what to expect. So look forward to that starting next week. I believe that this is a foreshock to what is coming in the New Madrid fault zone. So that's a heads up for the show. NASA will stare at the sun for climate science. Hella! I mean, this is good news. Maybe they'll go blind. Boom! NASA is going to stare at the sun for climate science. Amen to blind NASA. Boom! This is just for fun. They're claiming that they're going to stare at the sun because the earth is burning up. We know the truth. This is nonsense. Please stare at the sun, NASA. Let's end tonight with some interesting news. And let's talk about the Supermoon Trifecta, starting December 3rd and ending January 31st. With Supermoon, with a super blue blood moon. Say that 5 times fast. Super blue blood moon, super blue blood moon, super... You get it, you get it, you got it. A Supermoon Trifecta series of 3 supermoons in a row. That would be the Trifecta. We'll start tomorrow and end January 31st at 2018 with the super blue blood moon. Supermoons are moons that are full when they take place unusually close to the time of a month when they also make the closest approach to Earth. That's called the perigee. The opposite of perigee is apogee. Nearby perigee full moons appear 14% bigger and 30% brighter than full moons that occur near apogee. Now, guys, if you live where I do in southwestern Colorado, when the moon is full, you can walk outside as if it were daylight out. If you've never experienced it, I suggest you get out of your house and go somewhere where it's dark. Now, the supermoon on January 1st will be the largest of the year. But the most special of the 3 is the one on January 31st. And this one's known as the blue moon because it's the second full moon in a calendar month. And it features a total lunar eclipse, with totality viewable during moonset from Western North America and across the Pacific to Eastern Asia. This full moon will gradually get darker and take on a rusty or blood red color during the eclipse. Guys, we saw one 2 years ago. It was amazing. On average, blue moons happen every 2.5 years. With the total eclipse, the January 31st, 2017 full moon will be a super blue blood moon. And that is a total boom boom. Big boom to the super blue blood moon. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do so now. We're going to be starting the Upheaval series next week in honor of John Casey. If you don't know, my hero John suffered a stroke in the second week of October. And it was directly related to the X-flare that came off the sun. And the KP was at 0 when he suffered the stroke. So we have an unfortunate correlation with space weather and someone in our community. But we're going to honor John by going over his work in Upheaval and being the mouth for him that he cannot be currently. So that's a heads up to the work of John Casey. And we're going to be doing a series on his book, Upheaval, starting next week. Be safe, everybody.